The Sign of the Times, episode 622, from an undisclosed nearby foreign border. Undisclosed nearby foreign border right there. Chicken Bob could throw a rock and hit another country if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't need an international incident. Neither is Chicken Bob. He's all dressed, ready to go to a zoo and visit Dodge the rhinoceros. He had no trouble with TSA. There were no fears that came true like was worried about last time. Outback Jack trading card. I don't know if Outback Jack's been to that foreign country, but he may have. Maybe he did some lucha libre in whatever country that is right across the way, 50 feet from us there. Demon and Bunny coffee. It's a delicious, delicious coffee. I'm sure they've served it to the people over on that other side of the border there. Pamphlet for the Sign of the Times. Every show needs a pamphlet. Book I got for QT out of a little free library. Catherwood by Marley Yeomans. Book I'm just wrapping up. Johnny Carson by Henry Bushkin. That's Henry Bushkin. Some weird, wild stuff happened in this book. Weird, wild stuff. That Johnny Carson was kind of wild. More recent CAC program. Nowhere near his recent CAC program. Older RW8 flyer. You can follow me over at the X, but not literally. Not literally. Much like Stoppin' Steve does, or much like old Ken Hamlin does. He doesn't literally follow me. He's not like rummaging around that other country there and crawling up the hillside to take a peek. That I know of, anyway. I don't think he is. Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube that you may be watching right now. Hopefully while subscribed. Otherwise, Stompin' Steve gets all upset and nervous and he gets the sneezy head. You don't want that on your hands. Jakari Frost autograph picture. There's a picture of old Ken Hamlin throwing a rock through the McDonald's like he's Ken Patera in 1984. Autograph picture of Seymour Snot. I don't know if he's ever been to that other side of the border, but he may have. I will work on confirming that with Seymour Snot. I'll make it a top 55 priority this week. Autograph picture of Kevin Sullivan. I'm sure he has been. He may have been like in this very location where I sit right now. That wouldn't shock me at all if he was. There's Paul Moonshine in his freak shiny days with the rest of the freak shine. There he is with wonderful Zach. There he is with his niece Casey Carlisle. Casey Carlisle going to have brand new exclusive photos as she goes into the DCW Hall of Fame. Look at that. There she is as the DCW champion. She held their title multiple times. She's going into their Hall of Fame. Deservedly so. Maybe she'll have some pictures similar to that. Maybe people can get some of those if she brings some of those back. I don't know if she'd have that, but she might. Maybe a variant on that. Maybe something along that line would be nice. She had a whole wall belt. She could replicate that. Maybe she'll have some smaller ones for the shorter fans. Maybe she'll have multiple pillows in a picture for DCW fans. Or some of those. She may replicate that. Or possibly that. Maybe she'll be angry. There are other members of Team Bad Knees. Look at that. Some of them back from the hospital because someone was sick earlier, but everything seems to be fine now. Seems to be okay. JB Moonshine t-shirt. If JB Moonshine was down here near this undisclosed foreign border, he could sell these shirts and they would pay him in their currency and he wouldn't know what it was probably. He'd say, what in tarnation is this? and they'd say, it's our money for you. And you're like, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. But he might accept it. This week, a busy week. Sunday, no turnbuckle turmoil for the week. Old Ken Hamlin's going to go to the mobile park at Tea for some sort of Mariner festival or something. He was very glad he didn't have to rush through the thing in half an hour to be back for turnbuckle this week, but he probably would have if he had to. Chicken Bob and I got to fly back home. Hopefully there's no TSA problems with Chicken Bob on the other leg of the journey. Hopefully everything goes fine. On Monday, pretty much looking free. Tuesday, not much happening. Wednesday, maybe I'll watch some old episodes of Heart to Heart. That was a good one. One of Kurt Fraser's favorite TV shows he's ever seen in his entire life. On Thursday, pretty much nothing happening. Next Friday on the show, we have the aforementioned Paul. Paul will be on the show talking about the upcoming CPW Presents theatrical wrestling event the very next day. But to review from this undisclosed nearby foreign border, Sunday, that's when Chicken Bob and I go home. Monday's free. Tuesday's open. Wednesday, maybe some Heart to Heart. Some of Stephanie Power's best work. On Thursday, not much going on. Friday, that's when we have Paul. Maybe Paul's been down here in this very area. We'll have to ask him that. That might be a question that he's asked. But pretty much episode 622